Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Greg's coming to you on the closing hour of 1 February 2021. Indeed, time on deck is 23:02, 100 hours Central Standard Time. Now, China is really getting aggressive. In fact, China just ran a dry run, well, bombing exercise against the USS aircraft carrier, the USS Roosevelt. And on top of that, they have just passed a law saying they could attack structures and vessels in and around islands that are disputed, that they claim and other countries claim within the 9-dash line, including islands and Spratly Islands, such as the island that the UN ruled against China on, that was been long claimed by the Philippines. So they're claiming, oh, we got a law now, so now it's in our law, we can attack your island. Wow. And on top of that, we're going to go into that. And on top of that, they just ran another exercise of warplanes into the air defense zone of Taiwan. Well, the United States was also there with their aircraft. Wow. We're getting close. Tensions are getting high. So we're going to get into that. My friends, with all these things going on internationally, with tensions internally in this country, with the bug going around, the prospects for things shutting down, the economy floundering around, my friends, you really need to get ready. You need to really, really, really repair. Of course, it's planting season. Check my links to Tree Leaf Market below. You need seeds now, but you really need long-term food storage. If you don't have it, you need to get it. Now, I would say right now is a great time to get it because food prices could go up, and we have a special. You can get either 1 or 2 specials, either a 4-week or 2-week food supply, about 20% off if you go to prepwithgreg.com. Prepwithgreg.com, and this is 3 meals a day. It's 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. With the prices available, it's like $8.10 or 11 cents per day. With that, you're a winner. Check it out. And also, really, you need other prepping supplies. There's plenty of other prepping supplies. All you got to do is click on the My Patient Supply logo after you go into the prepwithgreg.com, and it will take you in to find all kind of other prepping supplies, which will really help you get ready. All right, well, that said, let me get into it. So I'm going to explain what's going on here. You need to know about these things. And so what's happened is that Chinese warplanes actually made a run against the USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier strike group. Yeah, that's a mouthful, in the South China Sea, which is highly contested, as you know. And they did this on the 23rd of January. It's just now being reported. So they did a simulated attack against it. They didn't actually attack, but they flew up against it and made a simulated attack, which is a very aggressive move. Now this included 8 Chinese H-6K bombers and also 4 of their J-16 fighter jets. And so the H-6K, I believe, is the Henan. I'll have to show some pictures of that later at some point. But and if that weren't aggressive enough, on top of that, I'm really concerned with them vis-a-vis the Philippines. Now, the Philippines is a very interesting case study because, like I said, what they did is the Chinese passed their law, and they said on Friday, and they said that they could attack and destroy so-called illegal, according to them, illegal structures in the waters and on the islands and the territory islands and areas they claim within a so-called 9-dash line. Oh, now they've expanded. It's more than just a 9-dash line. Yeah, they keep expanding. They keep growing, claiming more. Yeah, even on the island that the Philippines has long contested, which they took to court. The UN World Court ruled in favor of the Philippines, and China just ignores it. So China is way outside the law of the sea treaty, which they signed. So that's why probably on galactic graves, I'm gonna have to do a video about why we're gonna have to go to the moon and build a moon base, because they're not gonna abide by certain treaties there either. And they're planning to go there, and that is the high ground. Oh my God, when you see what can be done from that, just tisk. If you're a flat earther, oh well. And you can ignore it until they start dropping rocks on your head. More later. So let's talk about this. So the Philippines Foreign Secretary Theodoro Loxon Jr. He characterized this by saying Wednesday in a tweet that this was verbal abuse. He said this was a verbal threat of war to any country that defies the law, basically, that they have supposedly. But they're already there. I mean, you know, they've got stuff there. So what makes it even more interesting is the following, is that the president of China, the president of the Philippines, Durante, he basically got in bed with China. He thought like this. You know, he was thinking, okay, China's going to be the world power. The United States is a waning power. I better cozy up to the new boy on the block because he's going to be the one in the long run. So it was a game he is playing. And there's a lot of countries there. They're cozying up to China because China supposedly has things to offer. That China's got the good deal because China's got the booming economy and everybody wants to trade with China. How well has that worked out for him? Not very well at all, because you know he's been standing down. You know, he ran the United States out of some of the bases that we still had there and arrangements we had there. Not entirely. I mean, he's starting to wake up a little bit, mainly because this country don't like what he's doing in this area. A lot of people in this country, the military, are not happy with what he's doing in that area either, and so they're putting pressure back on him. And he told them not to participate with the USS Freedom of Exercise exercises in the South China Sea, where, you know, that United States says this is international water. We have by treaty the right to run through here. And China says, nope, sorry, waters, you can't do that. So we're running ships through there. That's why the USS Roosevelt was there. And China's making more and more claims that they're going to attack these vessels. If this is over with, they're about to, you know, they're making all kinds of threats. We're claiming they're idle threats. They've been making threats for a while. We shall see. But how well has this worked out for President Durante? Not, yeah, it's not really panning out too well for him, because now China is making these claims. And it's a real slap to him and his administration, and his Navy in particular are not happy with him over this. So we'll have to see how that changes. So, and the country that stands to gain or lose the most actually is Vietnam. Vietnam has a lot of holdings and claims out in that area. So as we know, Vietnam and China have actually had a war. After we had the Vietnam War, China and Vietnam went at it. And because, you know, your friend of you see your, how does that go? Your enemy, your friends of, yeah, well, I'm not going there. It's late. I haven't slept in a while. I've been up all hours. So, yeah, the Chinese might be trying to put forward a good negotiating position, perhaps. Yeah, right. That's what some of them are thinking. But they have recognized that this is a smack in the face of Philippine President Durante. You know, so he's really taking the heat. Let me go on. Let me move on here. We're going to talk about this aircraft exercise into Taiwan. We'll make this a short video tonight. It's late. There were 7 Chinese military airplanes and 1 U.S. military airplane, according to these reports, from Taiwan that went into Taiwanese airspace today and earlier today on their time. They're already ahead of us, right? So it's almost Groundhog Day here. If I have to do this all over again. But so these included, these were from the People's Liberation Army Air Force, the PLAAF, and it included their Shanx, I can't say Shanx Y-8 reconnaissance plane, yeah, and it also had 2 Shindao J-10 fighter planes and 2 Shenyang J-11 fighter jets. So yeah, they have been buzzing the airspace quite a bit in Taiwan, quite a bit of the since September, since mid-September. Beijing has been regularly sending planes into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, ADIZ, mostly in the southwest portion. So maybe that's the area they're targeting. So they did this 19 times in December, 22 times in November, 22 times in October, including the drone on the 22nd of October. So they have been flying almost daily, and well into this, into their air identification zone, air defense identification zone. well across what used to be the demarcation line that neither force ever went across. So China has gotten very aggressive with that. So what's cooking, guys? What's cooking, ladies? I'm going to have to bring up a picture here. I'm going to do a share. Let me show you this zone here. Share screen. Hang on. Here we go. Blow this up. Not blowing me up here. Here we go. All right. I think I blew it up any at all. So here we are, guys. Here's what we're talking about. China's way up here. Normally, their claim shouldn't be any further out than here. No farther out there. Even the parcel islands should not be exclusively within their claim zone, to be quite frank about it. Their claim zone should come out, about like this, and shy of Taiwan, of course, which is the Republic of China, by the way. Hey, I'm not against Chinese people. There's two Chinas. There is the Republic of China and the People's Republic of China. This the Republic of China, which we know as Taiwan, is a democratic country, very friendly with us. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about Taiwan. They're both Chinese people. And in both Chinas, they're good people. They're good people in the People's Republic of China. They're just under the jackboot of tyranny. So where you go, you're going to find good people with good hearts that are smart, that would give you the shirt off their back. You'll find that anywhere in the world. It's always the governments that you have to watch out for. Those pesky governments, where people power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When you got a one-party state, show me a communist country that's not a one-party state, by the way. Okay, so let's go back to it here. Look what you see. This is what Vietnam has claimed. This is what the Philippines has claimed. This is what's claimed by Malaysia, but this is Brunei's claim here. So there's a lot of overlapping claims in these areas, a lot of dispute. But China just says, hey, we got all this all the way down in here. All the way. But now they got a new policy. They're actually claiming a little bit more. So, I mean, see, they're right up against, this is a Philippine island right here. That is definitely in the Philippine zone by international law. But nope, China says, nope, it's ours, this is all ours, it's all ours. And it's so far away from China, from the mainland China, from the People's Republic of China, so far away. And they're right smack dab in the middle of all these other countries, but they're claiming it all. And they're claiming, hey, we'll shoot and destroy anything built in here. That's the very, very aggressive policy. So, okay, so this land here, these islands here, all these little islands are claiming, really? Wow. They're so far removed from their country. But because they're the big boy in the box, they think they can get away with it. They really say, I can get away with that. Hello. Now, there was, again, just a week or two ago, another fisticuff between the Chinese and Indian forces on the line of actual control in the Himalayan mountains. In fact, China is disputing practically every border around them pretty aggressively with every country. And these are borders they've established after conquering other lands like Tibet and Xi Jinping, where the Uyghurs are from. I don't remember the province name, but sorry about that, guys. But it's basically an open-air prison camp. So they're walking heavy on their people. Tibet is not happy being under the rule of the PLA. In fact, the troops that really stomped them really good a few months ago in the Himalayan mountains were actually the soldiers from Tibet who were serving in the Indian armed forces. Because they're the ones who were really good in those mountains, and they're the ones that really wanted to get it out of the Chinese. So war is never a pretty thing. It's not pretty, though, that a country is as aggressive as China. They're doing stuff we said would never allow it to happen again, vis-a-vis the Uyghurs, vis-a-vis other Muslim groups, vis-a-vis the Falun Gong, vis-a-vis the Christian population in their country, which happens to be growing at 8% per year. It's projected in just 9 years, by the year 2030, China will have 300 million Christians. That's more than the United States, I would assume. It's our population's 330 million or something like that. wow. Give time, China will be the biggest Christian nation on earth, even though it's very suppressed there. All religions outside of the state itself are highly suppressed. But the human spirit, sometimes it just don't go along with it. Things happen. That's why I say internally, in the long run, they're shaky. They've got a pretty good iron grip with their social control systems, their social credit system, their military, their police force, all their snitch force. But I think it could crack. And I think given, like as I said in previous year, you got a chance to talk to people that are showing them the value of freedom, what it can be worth, and encourage them to try to get a free society over there. If they did, Chinese people would be just awesome. They are already awesome. It's just the government. What they could accomplish as a free country would be stupendous. And hopefully then we could all make great accomplishments in this world, arm in arm, hand in hand, with handshakes instead of with clubs or worse things, those aircraft are slightly more than clubs. So let's help them pray for peace, but be prepared for the worst. Things can happen. Things can happen. So my friends, let's just hope they don't. Again, I'm just bringing this to you as part of my eyes wide open and head on a swivel series, so you know that things can happen. They can come at you. It's part of, a lot of people think, well, Biden is a lot friendlier to China than Trump was, so it'll all calm down. He may be friendlier with them. Maybe he's got arrangements with them. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of comment going on right now. It's not seeing it. Not yet. And even if it does, you may not like the results of that either. So thank you for watching. Just hope for the best. Pray for the best, but be prepared for the worst. And thank you for watching again.